Some people spend tens of thousands of dollars, fly hundreds of times every single year just to be able to attain status with a particular airline. When you have status with airlines, this is gold. Basically, being able to get upgraded completely for free to first class, getting checked bags completely for free, and boarding the plane so much sooner. But what if I told you there was a way to achieve top level status at a few different airlines without ever having to step on a plane in the first place? You probably would have told me I'm crazy, but let me show you a couple of things. Starting off first with the first airline that I notice a lot of people in the credit card points and miles game try to achieve, and that is with American Airlines. Just getting the lowest status, like gold status, you could actually earn some more points on your flights. You could board the plane so much sooner, and you can get complimentary upgrades fairly often, like being on a main cabin seat and being upgraded to a premium select or a first class without ever having to pay a dime. There are so many benefits to status, especially with American Airlines, and it's the one that most people kind of strive for the most. And it just so happens to be the one that you can kind of game almost the most in a lot of ways. But what if I wanted the highest status possible with American Airlines, the executive platinum status? I would normally need to earn 200,000 loyalty points, which would take so much money and effort, it's not even funny. But what if I told you that you could just literally buy it? That's right, you can literally buy that status exactly for a single day, which is about 25,000 miles, at least in this guy's case, and I think it fluctuates here and there. But at least for this guy, he was able to buy that top level of status for just 25,000 miles for a single day, meaning if you time things correctly, you could do what this guy did and get group 1 boarding before everybody else, pretty much boarding the plane regardless of ticket. The same with the first class of the business class travelers, which actually helps a ton. When it's a long haul flight, it's a big plane, there's so many people, and it's hard to get some space in the overhead bin. A possible complimentary upgrade to a higher class, like going up to premium select and business class or first class domestically. And honestly, my favorite is complimentary preferred seats and main cabin extra seating at booking. Now, my favorite thing to do personally, what I've done so many times over the years, is if you're on a plane and typically sometimes you'll have availability for only some seats back here. Maybe you're in row 28 all the way back here and you have people on either side of you in front and back. But one thing that I've been able to do with my wife and I that I think is totally worth it is I'll actually upgrade to the preferred seating, meaning literally like this J and this L right here, where I could have way more leg space and kind of have like fake business class because there's nobody on either side of me. It's just these two seats, and I have a lot of leg room where you can kind of put your luggage or a bag in front of you and have like basically fake lay flat business class. And so by booking these seats, it comes at a cost. Typically I've spent anywhere between $50 for these seats for 2 people to $250 on seats. It really depends on the plane, where you're going, how far it is. But if this was like $150 to actually upgrade to the seating, you would have to come out of pocket. But if you're able to buy this Platinum Pro status for a day, you could get complimentary preferred seating. And so you could save yourself $150 just on that alone, not even factoring everything else, not even to mention the ability to getting upgraded to premium economy, business, or what have you. But what if you didn't want to spend the 25,000, 15,000 miles, whatever it actually is to buy that status for a single day? You wanted to save those AA miles for a particular flight. Well, you could do that, and there's actually another way to buy status for a day with a different currency. Check this out. For those of you who are going crazy with Hyatt hotels, if you happen to be Explorist or Globalist, you actually now, not that long ago, now have the option to buy status with American Airlines for a single day, but by redeeming your World of Hyatt points. So if you're somebody who has an insane amount of Hyatt points, you could technically buy gold status for a day for just 5,000 World of Hyatt points. You could buy AA Platinum status for a day for just 8,000 World of Hyatt points. And if you are Globalist status, so the highest level of status with Hyatt, you could do Platinum Pro status for a day for just 12,000 World of Hyatt points. Which is actually what this guy that we mentioned earlier did himself. He actually used Hyatt points to buy his AA Platinum status for a single day, and he found that it was immensely worth it. Especially since World of Hyatt points are not necessarily that hard to come by, and really the hardest part of this is just achieving status. But what if I also told you there was an easier way to be able to achieve at least Explorer status that much easier so that you can buy your status for a day? Well, right now, Hyatt also has a fast track corporate offer available right now. So if you work at somewhere like Amazon, American Airlines, Apple, even Best Buy, Uber, Wells Fargo, Verizon, these types of kind of big companies, you actually can be eligible to earn complimentary Hyatt Explorer status for 90 days. And then to retain your status for the next couple of years, you can just stay 10 nights, just solely 10 nights to maintain Explorer status for a couple of years, or 20 nights to upgrade to Globalist. That's pretty freaking amazing. And the only thing I want to do after seeing this is go apply for a quick job at Best Buy, stay there for like a week, get the status, and then quit because that's actually pretty freaking amazing. And so once you have these higher levels of status, you can theoretically go and buy this status for American Airlines for a single day, where you can hopefully take advantage of most of the perks within the program. Another way that people do it a little bit more organically, but kind of speed up the process, is they'll go on like Simply Miles or a few different portals where you can actually buy just everyday things, stuff in life, stuff, anything you pretty much buy online, and be able to earn loyalty points back, which is what you need to achieve status, and be able to rack up a ton of miles and loyalty points to achieve status a little bit faster. And there are so many different portals for that. For an example, a lot of people, my friends included, have been able to do and stack this with American Airlines hotel programs, where you can see right here, like if I wanted to book this Intercontinental in Washington, D.C., and there are a couple of exceptions to the rule, but basically there are some ways where you can actually book hotels like this. And you can see right here where you can earn 7,000 miles per stay. In a lot of cases, that actually will be miles to your American Airlines account and also miles LPs towards status. And remember, we were looking at how many you actually need. 40,000 loyalty points to achieve gold status, which is already pretty powerful. If you do enough hotel stays, you can rack that up fairly quickly, so long as you're paying in cash. Again, there are some exceptions and certain hotels that don't give you the actual loyalty points, but it is a way to build it up nonetheless. Just like this guy who was able to rack up an insane amount of status, and actually had a little trick here where this guy said he went to Maui because per hotel stay, 15K is the max amount of loyalty points you could earn. But he found if I just book a bunch of individual nights, he could actually rack up 40K, which would end up giving him auto gold status for this hotel that he was going to book anyway. And you can definitely see that the ones in Maui do actually rack up a ton of miles fairly easily. You can see them right here, 10,000 per stay. American Airlines also has their own dining program where you can be earning miles back on just flights in the future and loyalty points as well, similar to Rakuten in that way. And I'll leave this guide that this guy made down in the pinned comment below. He actually went through a few distinctions on when you actually earn loyalty points and or just miles, and he goes through some of the pitfalls that some people go through when trying to achieve this. And he also shares a pretty interesting play here where he was able to earn 5,500 loyalty points towards status when just getting a Blue Apron membership, like you can see right here, or Blue Apron through their shopping portal. And so some of these things do accrue, and this is the way to kind of organically, outside of just flying a plane. And again, these perks that you would be getting by having status with American Airlines also can carry over to all the partner airlines within the One World Alliance. So it's not just benefiting you on American Airlines metal, but it can actually benefit you on a lot of other partner airlines as well, which a lot of people out there are loving their A miles lately. And quite honestly, one of the easiest ways to achieve status with American Airlines is actually just to status match from a different airline that you might actually have status with. Now, remember this for a little bit later on because of how easy it is to actually achieve status with some of these other airlines on our list, more specifically Delta Airlines, because this is one of those airlines that so many people love, so many people fly in them. I have flown them for many years, and there are some good reasons. They have a good product, and they actually have a very simplistic, easy way to achieve status that also gives you a lot of return just by achieving that status. For example, when you are just Delta Silver Medallion, which is actually not terribly hard to hit, you do get a lot of different benefits, and most notably this right here, which is unlimited complimentary upgrades. And so if you were just booking a simple main cabin seat just like this down in main cabin for fairly cheap, there is a very high likelihood if you're a Delta Silver to actually getting a complimentary upgrade to either Delta Comfort Plus or Delta First Class domestically. But something I love personally that I've done over the years is kind of like the American Airlines, where you also get complimentary preferred seating. And so you can see right here, if I was booking this main cabin seat and I was all the way down here, if I wanted to upgrade to preferred seating where it's like H and J, where there's nobody in front of me, way more legroom, a little bit more space, maybe away from everybody else, I would have to spend, $60 a seat. In some cases, I spent $100 per seat just to get the better seating and basically get budget business class in that way. But if I had Delta Silver status, I would be able to choose those seats completely for free. And if you fly a lot, that can actually add up insane amounts over the years. And of course, on top of that, priority check-in, priority boarding, all these different things, which I value highly. So this way you never actually have an issue of getting some space in the overhead bin. And so the easiest way that I found recently to be able to achieve Delta Silver status with like the least amount of money and the least amount of hassle possible, and I don't know how long this will last because it's a great loophole, and that is with the Sky Miles credit cards. That's right. Check this out. If you have the Delta Platinum card, it's a $350 annual annual fee card, but it gives you what's considered MQD head starts. This is essentially what the status is called within the Delta program, and so it gives you $2,500 towards medallion status. And what you may not know is that if you just had 5,000 medallion qualification dollars, that's enough to give you auto silver status. But what they don't tell you is if you just get a credit card like the Delta Reserve card, which does have a hefty annual fee of $650, that card also does come with a $2,500 MQD head start, meaning just those two cards combined, if you pay $1,000 in annual fees, will give you auto Delta Silver status for the entire year, and as long as you own the cards and as long as they have this benefit. However, what they also might not tell you if you don't want to spend that amount of money is that it doesn't actually have to be two different cards. It just has to be two different cards of a slightly different family. And so what I mean by that is you can have the personal version of the Delta Platinum card here, and you can get the business version of the Delta Platinum card. Both have a $350 annual fee, meaning just $700 total. And you also still get that total of 5,000 medallion qualification dollars, giving you that auto silver status. Now, the interesting thing about this is, check this out. Let's say we are somebody who did that. We paid $700, we got auto Delta Silver status. What can we then do when that time came? Well, you could theoretically status match your Delta Silver medallion to American Airlines Gold immediately. And that's why I said keep that in mind, because that's going to happen yet again on the next airline we're talking about in just a second. But now you can see how you can kind of get on the merry-go-round by figuring out ways to get this a lot cheaper. And kind of vice versa, if you wanted to get Sky Miles status, so silver and above, you also can status match from other different airlines as well. They have them right here. Like, for example, if you had American Airlines Gold from the methods we talked about earlier, yes, theoretically you should be able to status match to Delta Silver as well and be able to retain that for as long as you have American Airlines Gold, or they allow this status match challenge. However, what if I told you there might actually be an even easier way to achieve Delta Silver status without paying the $700 in annual fees? That's right. What if I reduce that by about 80 to 90%? Check this out. You see how Delta Silver status, if you have Air Canada Aeroplan status, either 25K or 35K, that's just what it's called on Air Canada, you can actually status match to Delta Silver. What if I told you that the credit card, I believe right now it does, right? Doesn't it? Yeah, right now, if you just apply in our proof of this card, you'll actually get automatic 25K status with Air Canada's Aeroplan. And they mentioned for the remainder of the calendar year plus the following year, which means you theoretically could just apply for this Aeroplan card today, and you can status match to Delta Silver and then status match again to American Airlines Gold. And that is freaking gold. If that didn't earn your subscription, your like, or even joining the free newsletter down below, where I'm going to go into even more methods like this in some future newsletters, sign up for that down below. It's completely for free in the pinned comment. Then I don't know what will, except for the next one on our list, which is United Airlines. This is definitely one that people really strive to achieve, ones that people really love and fly very, very often, especially those in the Northeast. And so United has a lot of different benefits on their status alone, very similar to all the other ones, which is like group 2 boarding. So, making sure you board the plane a lot sooner, free check bags, and being able to upgrade to Economy Plus at no fee, just like the other ones. And even in some cases where you can get some benefits with Star Alliance partners as well. Like you can see on the screen right here, all the partners within the Star Alliance that United is within. You could also get some perks, in some cases even lounge access, depending on how high level your status actually is with United. And once again, my favorite perk, which is just the ability to upgrade from a seat back here near the toilets to a preferred seat up here where I can kick my feet and I could be like a fairy princess in front of everybody else. I really love that perk and I don't want to spend money for it. So status is powerful. Now, much like I mentioned earlier with status matching, you could go with American Airlines Gold or Delta Silver and status match to Premier Silver or Premier Gold, depending on the status that you actually earn with those other particular airlines. And so that is the easiest way to pretty much achieve status with United Airlines, I would say, especially if you're going to go with the Delta Airlines method and status match to the rest of them. That merry-go-round is very powerful. However, check this out. There are some other interesting ways as well. Right now, I actually saw this a couple of days ago, which kind of spawned the idea for this video, so shout out to you. This guy noted that he had a welcome offer on his United Airlines credit card that he saw, which gives you auto Premier Silver status, which is the first status tier with United, after just spending $3,000 on purchases in the first 3 months of your account. That's pretty freaking money, and I've never seen that before, and I don't even know if that's going to be a new thing going forward, but either way, that is a very easy way to achieve status. But there are some other ways, like my friend Daniel has just done recently, where he was actually able to achieve Titanium Elite status with the Marriott Bonvoy program, which isn't necessarily the hardest, depending on which cards you have. But if you happen to be somebody who is a Marriott loyalist, happens to have a lot of status with them, can get to Titanium Elite, you could status match your Marriott Titanium Elite to United Silver status as well. And funnily enough, you can actually status match your Premier Gold with United to Marriott Gold, which is like kind of trash, to be honest, but you can do it. And so for those of you who are Marriott folks going crazy with Marriott, yeah, that is another very easy way to get auto silver status for a hotel chain that you were just enjoying anyway, but maybe you didn't know that existed. And you can see it in the terms and conditions right here on Marriott's side. Aside of that, there are some other interesting tools and lesser known things like the Founders Card that has like a, I think it's like $600 or $1,000 membership that can frequently have like status match challenges where you spend a certain amount of dollars or you fly a certain amount and you can actually get status at a lot of different actually airlines, not just United, but a few different ones. It's an interesting play, but it's a lot of money up front, and it doesn't necessarily allow you to get the cards in the ecosystem or spend money in the ecosystem to get miles back. It's just another backdoor method of actually getting status, which I don't necessarily recommend. And lastly, for United, you can actually status match Frontier status sometimes. However, it's only when you have Frontier Gold status where you can just literally buy the status with Frontier for $500. However, right now, unfortunately, that is not an eligible offer, but it is a way nonetheless just to keep in the back of your mind. Now, there are so many different airlines you could status match to, and I can't cover everything, but just know that when you are status matching in any of the different ways that we talked about, they all have their own rules and guidelines and caveats. It never is as easy as it really seems in this game. And so, like for American Airlines, for an example, if you are status matching, like we mentioned from Delta Silver in this case, it is a 4-month-long membership. And to be able and eligible to maintain that status long term, you usually have to do a few different things. Like with American Airlines, you would need to earn a certain amount of LPs or status points with the program, much less than you would need normally, but still a decent amount to be able to maintain whatever the status that you matched it for would be. And so it's a decent option, but just something to know nonetheless to be able to maintain that status. However, another thing to know is when you actually status match, and maybe if it's only on a temporary basis, depending on how stringent the airline you're matching to is, like Delta, you'll see in a second, they may not actually allow you to status match because it's just a temporary one on that side. They want to make sure that you are somebody who earns status organically or legitly in a way before they status match you over to their airline, because you want to be a profitable customer to them. And so if it only is a temporary 4 months, someone like a Delta may not actually honor that as a legit thing, like I'll show you right here. Like you can see right here with Delta, the only way you're eligible is with a qualifying airline, which we mentioned before, but it had to be earned through the airlines through published requirements, but complimentary status or status earned through promotion does not qualify. And so Delta just happens to be this one that's a lot more stringent, and some of the other ones are a lot more lenient, like the United, for example, will allow you to be able to do it in most cases, but to be able to retain that status, you do have to spend a certain amount of money to be able to retain that long term to be an actual legit status for the entire year. And another caveat too is that a lot of these status matches are only one time per lifetime. We've done this on hotel chains as well and on car rental chains, but airlines are no different. And so when you do status match, just assume a lot of them are once per lifetime, 1 year, and that's it. That's it. So if it's going to be a heavy year or a heavy few months, like some of these are only for a few months, make sure that you're traveling in that given year or traveling in those next few months so that the status match actually has a benefit to you. Again, these things can be easy, but they also can be very hard, and a lot of caveats on a lot of intertwining things. I'm sure I got things wrong in this video, and so if there's anything that you know that I got wrong or things that will help others, let them know down in the comments below, because there's so many little things in this game, it's hard to keep track of absolutely everything. And so achieving status with airlines can be amazing in a lot of those ways, but what about hotels? What if you wanted like high-level globalist status with Hyatt or, diamond status with Hilton? What if you wanted to get those instantly as well? Well, check out this video right here. I go into exactly how to achieve instant status with hotel chains as well, just like in this video, with a lot of loopholes, a lot of back-end ways. So I hope to see you in that video. Thank you guys for being able to the end. I appreciate every single one of you. Take care, enjoy, and have fun. Bye-bye.